Hello guys, this is Beamith here, and I've been playing Red Orchestra 2, Heroes of Stalingrad lately, and I've spotted something that you guys might enjoy as well. It's the training mission for the tank. And rather than having like Call of Duty style or World of Tanks style, you're sitting in tank and controlling the entire tank, you actually control the entire tank as well in this, but in a rather different way. So I will show it to you guys, and you'll see how this is.
Welcome to the 6th Army Tank Replacement Battalion, soldier. Before we send you to your unit, we merely want to see that you know what you're doing and look for any weak areas in your training. We want to see you work through the various crew stations so we can assess where you will fit best. We'll start with the driver station. Look around the tank interior. Familiarize yourself. If an enemy shot penetrates your armor, the crew may be injured and systems damaged or destroyed. At this station, that could be the gearbox, transmission, or other parts of the drive. There's also a large bin of main gun ammunition right behind you. Don't forget that the gauges beside the driver will give you an indication of all that damage, as well as the engine, which is mounted at the rear of the tank. This model of Panzer IV has a side slit allowing you some visibility to your side. Unbutton and look out the hatch. Look through the episcope. Drive forward, get the feeling of turning the Panzer.
So this is entirely different than you would normally expect. And right now I am going right, and it's turning right slowly, but of course if I want to move right faster, I actually have to accelerate and then of course go faster and forward. Of course you can see the gun at my front or above me. But what I can also do, because I am looking out through the periscope, I can also look through the normal sights, but I can unbutton and just look through the hatch. There's also a very good possibility. So now we're going to cross in this little cart.
The tank weighs 30 tons, you can run small obstacles over. Good. Now move up to the commander's position.
Okay, so I will park him right here, and we go to the commander's hatch.
Just remember, if one of your crew is killed, you may have to crawl through the tank to replace him yourself. This takes time, which you will have to allow for. With your head in the cupola, you can look around in relative safety through the armored glass. Of course, you can unbutton completely for the best view, obviously vulnerable to enemy snipers. Unbutton and look out the hatch.
I am already looking out the hatch, and we can also look through the binoculars that I have right here. Let's just scroll wheel up when I'm unbuttoned. Of course I can button up, look through the different sides of my tank. This of course is a Panzer IV, and I can look through the periscope and then order where the gun needs to be aimed. But he wants to be out of the tank, so we're gonna unbutton. And we're gonna select
From
my
here
tank.
you can give the driver a location to move to. Try it.
I'm gonna order him
Now
to
move
move
down
over
the street
there.
to the MG range.
Now I'm completely off the keyboard, just looking around. And that's an Opel Blitz truck. Nice. Now we're just waiting until the driver moves over there. But I can also assume command and say, hey, go forward, go right, go left with the WASD.
The other mounted coaxially with the main gun. Drop down to the hull gunner position.
So now we're going to the whole MG. Which of course is also the position of the radio operator, which is the right front of the hull.
In this position, the hull MG can be damaged, as well as the tracks and the drive wheels outside. The main fuel tanks are behind you, under the turret floor. If they are hit, beware of fire. Use the hull MG and open fire on the targets. Good job. Now use the single shot mode. Open fire.
And the MGs in this game have a single shot mode, just way more accurate than the regular MG spray. You just fire a one shot, or if you hold it longer, you can also just rapid fire, but it's not as accurate as or as fast as just spray.
Good job. Move up to the gunner's seat in the turret.
So now we're going to the gunner's position.
Here are many of the critical gunnery systems that can be damaged. The optics and the turret traverse, as well as the main gun itself. Open fire with the coax MG on those targets.
Of course, the gun has a MG right next to it, so you can fire your coaxial machine gun at targets. Just beware that you don't overshoot it. After those three, you can also just
shoot. Now move up to the commander's position.
I'm going back to the commander's position.
Now order your driver to move your tank up to the crest of the hill for the gunnery range.
I'm going up the hill. So we're just gonna reselect my tank. Say, hey, we need you to move up.
Yes, sir.
And then the umbrella key goes up there. And there's two tanks that were with us who will join us rather soon. I'm just going up the hill.
Now order your driver to move your tank up to the crest of the hill for the
I
gunnery
already
range.
ordered him to go up there. Just wait, he's not that fast. He's the brightest sun in the sky. Just need to go over there.
Yes, sir.
Then we go to the main gun.
Now order your driver to move your tank up to the crest of the hill for the gunnery range.
He
This will do.
doesn't want to be
We will
that
now
close.
practice gunnery.
I do.
Yes, sir.
Remember to set range on the gun sight as needed. Move back to the gunner seat.
Now we're going back to the gunner seat.
Free fire, main gun, armor-piercing rounds on the target vehicles. Make sure you familiarize yourself with the vulnerable points on enemy vehicles. Each armor plate is of different thickness and angles. In general, you want to aim for the sides and rear. Have the highest chance of penetrating an enemy. Position your tank to get shots as square on to the enemy as possible, to reduce the angle of impact of your round. Otherwise, you risk the round bouncing off.
So nothing World of Tanks players know about. Different armor plates have different armor thickness, like front has better armor thickness than the sides and rears. And of course sloping is in effect, so get the round as flat on as humanly possible. Of course, if the angle is upwards, then you need to be in an elevated position to actually hit the target flat on. Now this is just a dummy T-34, and we hit him straight in the tracks. Now is that because we didn't set our ranges correctly? I think he's about 600 meters away. And now you have the right target indicator.
Noted.
So we're just shooting flat on. Now we're going to shoot for the
Noted.
turret.
See?
Boost.
Another enemy tank through the gate and you're done. Goodbye. Good luck.
Now we can move to the right, as we will see. To the right and go out. But we aren't gone just yet. And here we see the gunner's seat. No, I didn't want to be in the in that seat. I just want to show you one more last thing. Of course you have AP shells and of course APCR shells. This particular tank has AP and HE shells. And now we're going to switch to HE shells. You hear the gunner say to the loader that he needs to switch to HE shells. Of course HE shells have different drops than the AP shells. So I just had 600 meters set. It was just about there. The tank has disappeared now. The house was somewhat at the same range, and he actually just about hits it dead on. Of course you see the MG and the HE shells have about the same range. And on the dial you actually see on the top right now the HE shells, and the bottom left you see the AP shells. So the gunner is switched from AP shells to HE shells, and it automatically in this game switches the dial. But the gunner is, himself would have set the dial differently. So I think that house is about 1,000 meters out. So it should be on target right now. And it is. And it's a one-shot kill. Now that house is a little bit far away, so I think 1.4 kilometers. You can see. And this is straight shot into it. So very lucky. Of course, if I hit 1.6, I thought it was further out, and I would have shot. Then the shot would actually be behind it. Of course, being 1.2 kilometers, and would naturally hit in front of it. So I just wanted to show you that little thing. Now we're going back to the commander's position, unbutton up, and say that the tank needs to go over there. There's just a quick little sequence that I wanted to show you about this game. I've been playing quite a lot lately, and I think it's a really good game. I like it quite a lot.
We have won the battle for Germany.
And we have won the battle. I mean, the training battle. Anyways, that was a little bit of Red Orchestra 2. I don't think I can record on such a high rate, a high resolution, with full FPS with this game in combat. So I'll try, but don't hold it against me if I cannot. So I'll see you guys later.